Are you a bit like Charlie and Eli, forever squabbling when you're working together?
It's the first time.
Yes, it's the first time.
Normalement, c'est Laurel et Hardy.
Yes, we're like Laurel and Hardy.
We're the Sisters Brothers.
Sisters. Like sisters.
We're looking for a man named Worm.
He stole something from our employer.
We have enough money to stop for good.
Stop what?
Killing people.
Yeah, right.
We talk a lot before writing. Our way of writing is not to write till very late in the process. We talk a lot about the film, it's an adaptation from a book, so we know what the story is about, but we still don't know what the film was going to be like. So we talk a lot about the film itself, about the kind of images, and I think that's how we transformed that book that was like a Western into something that is more like a fairy tale. And I think that's the conversation we had about the form that the film will take.
Could you explain a little bit more about the fairy tale?
C'est que quelque chose, enfin pour nous résistait dans le genre western appliqué à cette histoire-là. Et en fait, la chose ça ne produisait pas forcément les images qu'on voulait, où les personnages avaient des types de, enfin, bon bref. Et qu'il y avait quelque chose de mystérieux, d'un peu légendaire, comme l'apparition de l'or, des choses comme ça. Et on s'est dit à un moment donné que tous ces éléments-là étaient plus proches du conte que du western. Et à partir du moment où on a commencé à penser comme ça, tout s'est un petit peu déplié. Tout à coup, on s'est aperçu que les personnages, oui, étaient comme des vieux enfants, qui marchait dans le paysage, voilà, tu vois. Et c'est ça, en fait.
Yeah,
c'est plus pour moi un cheminement de conte, de fairy tale que de western. Le western, c'est un cheminement très très linéaire, en fait, toujours. Là, c'est plus un cheminement de conte, une histoire dans laquelle il va se passer des choses merveilleuses, une araignée, un truc, un machin, voilà.
So our reference is more Night of the Hunter than the Rio Bravo.
Gentlemen, I have found him. I will try to hold him until your arrival.
Make haste. What does this worm have that's so interesting?
What's the great challenge that all prospectors face? How do I get the gold just beneath my feet? I told you I'm a chemist.
Worm has a formula. You pour it in the river, it lights up all the gold.
Have you ever tested it?
You think it's them?
Yes. We're going to have to fight. Is your gun loaded?
There's a lot of firsts in this western. We see cowboys pissing, crying, jerking off. Why was it important?
Oui, parce que comment c'est...
The process was to start with the figures of the Western. You have two killers, you have one Pinkerton, one prospector, and then little by little, those figures, they became characters, they become human. And what was interesting is how, and that's Jacques' talent to direct the characters, the actors, so that they come alive, and they are not the figure that they are. They just become real life characters.
And in real life, you piss, you cry,
and you jerk off. Yes.
The boys, they are very good at what they do, but they never become heroes. They're kind of sad, really.
Mais moi, je ne crois pas. Moi, je pense que le personnage d'Eli, c'est le parcours d'un homme qui n'est pas... qui s'est habitué à ne... Enfin bon, bref, qui ne pourra jamais être héros, en tout cas, c'est ce qu'il se dit, et sa démarche, c'est vraiment... À la fin, pour moi, c'est une figure héroïque, mais une figure héroïque modeste.
Modeste, oui.
Oui.
C'est comment... ça devient un tueur aux pieds nus, quoi.
Do you realize that our father was stark raving mad and we got his foul blood? Our father drank, Charlie.
If we return to the book, written by Patrick DeWitt, was it as melancholy and as funny, or is that something you added as well?
No, it was the book was both melancholic and
oui,
funny.
Mais c'est très drôle, c'est comment c'est picaresque, c'est un comique parfois macabre. C'est une comédie macabre. Je ne sais pas si tu vois ce que je veux dire.
Et c'est très violent. Le livre est peut-être plus violent.
Que le
It's
film.
more violent the book than the film is.
In your films often, and the films you've made together, we have this violent man, but their violence doesn't really help them much. Why is that an important theme for you to explore?
Well, ici, les frères sisters, they talk about that, about the violence, and now we can, one day we're going to have to en finir avec cette barbarie, il va falloir, it's going to be difficult to know what to do with the violence of our fathers. It's really about that. It's about the fathers are very present. They're not in the film, but they talk a lot about them in the film. And the violence comes from them, you know, and where does it stop?
Ils sont vraiment la métaphore, je trouve, de la nation qui se construit, les deux frères, avec ce problème central, eux, appliqué à leur famille, à leur père, c'est qu'est-ce qu'on fait de la violence qu'on nous a léguée. Et c'est vraiment la métaphore des États-Unis.